Hey, welcome, guys. It's a new day. It's Wednesday. All right, Wednesday, and we have a big giveaway because of Sarah Dusenberry's birthday. So today the title shall be, let's see, paying my $600 HVAC maintenance. No. We should say selling $600 of Pokemon cards to pay for my HVAC. And then we'll also say Sarah's big birthday giveaway. We'll say plus Sarah's big birthday giveaway. All right. So I have a gentleman over here right now. That's why we're starting so late. He is over because he is fixing our HVACs. One of them was not blowing very good cold air, and so he's trying to figure that out. We're going live for Wednesday day, and I am paying him to do a maintenance on our two air conditioning units. Excuse me. Yes, the house has two air conditioning units. I've never seen that before, but apparently, when your house gets big enough, you get two air conditioning units, and it costs extra money to do that, huh? There we go. So he's going to be working on that while I'm live, and now I'm out $600. All right, let's get rid of some of these, some of this, some of this, some of these. Now, what's this? Okay, man. Looks like we're paying to fix the electricity at our blue house as well. Jesus, dude. All right, and here's this. Okay, perfect. I'm gonna respond to this guy. Perfect. Just send $9 and show me where to ship the item. Just send $9 and give me an address to ship to, and we're all set. All right. So he's gonna get that shipped out. Okay, good. Delay an e-check payment. That's not good. All right. An e-check payment. Let me jump over here. That's never any good. We're gonna open up PayPal. All right, we're gonna zoom it over here. I didn't know PayPal wasn't on my list here. I've got so many browsers open. Let's go ahead and open up the iPad. Looks like that video I made yesterday did kind of well. I think it's almost 2,000 views. That's not bad. It's really a low effort video. I don't I don't edit it or anything like that. It's just made very rapidly. Let me throw this away. Let me throw this away. Weird, I got a Discord notification, but not a YouTube notification. What's your opinion on Call of Legends SL? What's your opinion on King Charles the Third giving a speech? Well, a lot of people pointed out that we just had all these No Kings protests, but then the actual king came over and started, giving his opinion on things, and everyone's clapping for his opinion. And so it's kind of ironic, isn't it? It's like, do we? That was what I was asking during the No Kings protest. I said that. I said, the United Kingdom has a king. I said, Saudi Arabia has a king. Why do we hate kings? Like, are they actually fundamentally bad? Like, but I get it. Like I get the concept. There used to be a king in the past who was at war with France and charging the colonies a lot of taxes, right? Well, if the king had never done that, we might have remained a British colony. If the king had never taxed us like crazy, we may have never had the Civil War. So was it that the king was bad, or was it that the king had a bad policy? And so now the king's over in the United States, the king of the UK is over here giving speeches and getting big clapping and standing ovations from Congress, including the Democrats. This is just kind of ironic, isn't it? All right, let me hit refresh on this. Yes, it says that video is at 1.8 thousand views. That's nice. All right. Maybe we hit 3,000 total. Make sure to like the stream. AC and roofs are some of the biggest things, always not cheap. Yeah. What's your opinion on King Charles? What's your opinion on Call of Legends? Weird, got a Discord notification. We have one for first two floors and one for the finished basement. Whew. Hey, what's up, Javier? Yeah, I like that video. Good content yesterday. It's great. Sit down and have good conversation about your hobbies. I noticed that the audio quality was not what I wanted it to be. Um, I have such a poor quality setup, dude. I'm not designed to make those videos. All right, your so-and-so order is on the way. Perfect. I think I just received that today. I just received three cases fresh of 151 Surprise, by the way. So that was our restock because we really like that set. All right, what do we need to do to get this stream completed? We need to get the website. All right, let's go to live menu. And I'm going to grab one of these. On the live menu, sorted by popularity, the number one most popular thing is the English booster or the English prismatic. And the second most popular thing is 151 Surprise. Oh, also, I guess these custom boosters, huh? It's kind of interesting to see what's most popular from the website. Dreamlike Oceans is on the front page too, but it's sold out, huh? Okay, cool. Go ahead and pause that. Pop that in there. So I was talking to AI. AI was recommending that I don't scream or yell too much in my stream. And it said the other day when I injured my windpipe by inhaling stomach acid, it said I most likely have an actual injury in my throat, and that's what's causing that cough. And it said the problem is when we're talking live, the air dries my throat out and increases the situation, or it irritates it. It is. Let's see. This all looks good. All right, good. So we just did a restock just now on the Inferno X Korean. So I've got this coming in. I'm very lucky to have worked out relationships with people in Japan and Korea to bring in product because we get it just a little bit cheaper than if we were buying it on like like a marketplace like TCG Player or eBay. You can often get these things much cheaper, and so that's really the objective is to develop a relationship as a card shop. You need to develop special relationships with people who can get you the product a little bit cheaper. Let's put this over here. They usually don't want to work with you unless you're a serious buyer and can buy product very steadily and with very little friction and maybe in large quantities. There we go. Cough Saga returns. Let's see. Now, I think it won't last too long. Did I pin this? Yeah, I pinned it. Good. How do you feel about using PSA Vault? I'm thinking of sending my cards there. Okay, so I've been using PSA Vault for a while, and I probably ought to make a video on that. I've been using the PSA Vault for a while. I do have some thoughts. So, using the PSA Vault is not free. Basically, if you send them your cards, if you want the cards back, you have to pay a fee to get it back. Okay, so I have cards in the PSA Vault right now that I wish I had kept over here, but I just didn't. And so as a result, if I want them back, I have to pay a fee. The other option is to sell them on eBay, and that'll be a 13% eBay fee, the standard eBay fee. So it's not for free. It's for free to send the card in, but to get the card back costs a little money. It's not a lot of money, but it's not free, okay? And then the other thing I'd have to say is it's actually pretty hard to use their app to see what you have in your vault. Their app is very slow and not really the best piece of software. So if you send them a bunch of cards and you want to actually track your cards in their vault app, it's really bad. I would give it like a 1 out of 10. It's so bad. So their vault app is very bad. But here's my final thoughts. If you don't actually have a need to vault your cards, like it's not that serious, I do not recommend using it. I recommend keeping your cards at home with yourself. Vaulting should really only be for very serious cards that you believe are going to need protection for a very long time. That's the obvious answer too. But it's fun to like try new things. So you think, oh, I'll just send this over here. But there is a risk when you ship your card to them that it gets lost or stolen, either by them or by USPS. When I first started my vault, there was a baseball card in my vault. It wasn't mine, and I informed them that hey, this card's not mine. So they can make a mistake putting your card away, and that could be a costly mistake. When your card is yours and it's in your hand or in your pocket or in your house, none of that can occur. But the moment you start shipping it out to them, something can go wrong. So I would be very cautious with it. Now I have a very good reason to use the vault. I have so many slabs with me that if there was a catastrophic event, I could lose a lot of money. And so for me, I have so many slabs that I'm at a point where it's time to start splitting up where the slabs are stored. So that's the reason I use the PSA Vault. And I would not recommend it to everybody. And I hope they make a lot of improvements to it because as it is, it's almost unusable because it's so hard to navigate. But like if we go here to Vaulted, let me show you. I just pulled a Bubble Mew. Use collector to track. Make a short about Cardos art selling for 32K. Yeah, I should dig out my Charizard and show that. Hey, what's up, Tammy? There seems to be like zero reasons to ever use the PSA Vault. Like, look how long it's loading. See how long? All right, there you go. Finally loaded. 544 items. So I've I have 544 slabs in the PSA Vault. That's a lot. That's half a thousand. And you can see some of my cards in here. Like here's a PSA 1 Gold Star Gyarados. Here's a nice Delta Species Ditto. Here's a black and white Raikou. Here's a Sandslash PSA 7. And as you go down the list, see that it needs to load. So you be sitting there waiting for it to load for a long time. And when you actually select an item in the, look how long it's taking. When you actually select an item in the vault, there's this problem that occurs. Look at that. Oh, that's really good. PSA 7 Mickey Mouse. How nice is this? Look how long that is. Terrible. Anyways, so here's this beautiful card. The line is busy. Pop 2, Pop Higher is only 4. So there's only 6 of these in the world, and I have it at a just absolutely ridiculous price on eBay. But I'm just showing it off. I don't actually want it to sell. And it's like, it's a really good Mickey Mouse card. But instead of storing it over here, I'm just storing it over there because I don't want to have this many slabs over in my house. It's too risky if something goes wrong, right? Like I could actually get like a TL30 safe and store all 500 of these slabs in a second TL30 safe, and it's still a risk. Like ultimately, somebody could one day crack open both safes or steal both safes or something like that, you know. So ultimately, the highest thing I could do to de-risk my house would be to not even have the cards in the house. So here's my legendary Zard. So you can see I split up my cards between 2 locations, this house and that vault, and I'll probably continue to do that. Look, this is I have it listed for 350,000. How crazy is that, huh? Population 86. It's a beautiful card. Let's see if we can look it up on eBay real fast. Look at that. It's got 45 saves. Of course, this will never sell. This is the most expensive one on eBay. And so I just don't think it has any reason to sell. And but it's just a way for me to show it off anyways. But PSA Vault has been a pretty rough experience for me. I actually think it's like, for example, when you want to ship a card back, it's so much work on that app to ship even one card back. It's really slow. It's really clunky. It's not well designed. So if the app ever improves, I think more people might use it. But just the fact that you have to pay a fee to get the card back, it means you really need to think if you have to have your card with them. You really need to think about that. All right. Right, you do live in Tornado Alley. If I own a slab, and especially if it's expensive, why in the world would I ever consider sending it away? Let's see. Yeah, so for me, I have so many cards that my biggest risk is that they're all in one place. So now they're in 2 places at least, you know. Look at this Snorlax. So far, we're on day 3. Nobody jumped into this Snorlax. I guess he's not popular. Goodbye, Snorlax. He's not popular enough. Yesterday, we finished a box break and there were 3 people in it. Today, I want to do a 4-person gym break. This is a Scarlet base set, and it's $4 a pack, which means it's 120 a box. And that's a very good price on this right now. I think that's a pretty fair price. And we're doing $30 1 and 4. You would be, if you jumped into this, you would be involved in the very first 4-person gym break. So I'd love to give that a try and just see how chaotic it is. You know, there's some nice cards in here. It's the oldest set from the Scarlet Violet era, and it's probably just going to go up in price at this point because it's so old. I think it's like 3 years old, isn't it? Yeah, here it is. 2023. See that? I don't know if you can see that. That's 2023. So this is 3 years old now. So it's just going to get older from here, and it would be very fun to open a whole box of this. This is something we've been doing recently, opening whole boxes of the Japanese sets in order to just kind of play around and have fun with it. So if you win it, your gym scorecard will go up by 3 points because your odds are so low of winning, right? You have only a 1 in 4 odds. So you're beating 3 other people. So you're going to get a total score of 3 if you win. If nobody joins it, that's fine too. We just won't run it. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Let's see if there's anybody in here. So it is Miss Sarah Dusenberry's birthday, and she gave away a legendary $180 worth of product. That's what she did. That was still in April. So let's see, Sarah Dusenberry, she's got 90 here. So 90 plus 180. Oh, I got to get her submission to back it out, don't I? So 90 plus 180, what is that? That's going to be 270. So she's given away $270 for this month of April. And that's just an incredible amount. Everyone seems to be giving away a lot of stuff for April, so it's really surprising. Aren't the jumbos and binders for people too? Yeah, but we just run those like classic breaks. We're going to run this one as a gym break. I think it's really funny to watch. I guess we could run any of them as a gym break. Hello there, another 9-hour day. Don't bother typing in Sarah yet because we have to hit 40 likes before the giveaway will be started. That's how we do it. We're doing it that way from now on. Items received at the PSA Vault. So 500 and what did it say? 540 items in the PSA Vault. And let's see, if the average value of the items in the PSA Vault was $500, because most of them are expensive, that'd be what? $250,000. So I'm left with some money in my PSA Vault in the event of a catastrophic loss. All right, so there we go. Happy Wednesday, guys. We are pre-gaming. It's a nice feeling, actually. It really is a nice feeling for somebody who has too many slabs. Well, let's go ahead and grab this bag right here. We have the binder break, and as you know, it's a 1 in 5 this time. It's a bigger binder break. So what we did when we started this binder break was we added up $200 worth of product. So we have $200 worth of raw product right off the bat, and we are just going to continuously add to it from this point on. And I think I'm going to go ahead and add a card I saw that I thought looked pretty cool. You ready? So I saw these two bulk cards, Phoebos and Tatsugiri, and I'm going to toss those in here because I think that they look really funny. There you go. So those are in there, and we could add more later tonight too. That's the binder break. The last person who won the binder break took away a bag that was like this thick. It was a massive bag of cards, and I think it's just a lot of fun to be able to snipe those binder breaks. People often ask, when they see abandoned bags, they often ask, hey, let me buy that bag. Well, sort of you can. It's the binder break. That's what it is. The binder break is like a bag full of abandoned cards. Get insurance on your collection. Yeah, insurance is more complicated than you think it is. So if you're insuring like 50, 60, 70, maybe like $100,000 of cards, that's relatively easy. If you try to insure $1 million of cards, now it gets really tricky because they want to know a lot about your setup and they want to know a lot about the limitations of that setup. And then they start to tell you what they truly cover and what they don't. And the costs of covering such a large collection is quite expensive. So you might cover part of it, but you can't really cover all of it. And they're not even willing to replace the cards in certain scenarios. So it's trickier than you think it is. Insurance is not like a fail safe against losing all your cards. Insurance is basically a gamble. That's what it is. It's a gamble between you and the insurer about whether a catastrophic event occurs, and they're willing to accept money and replace your cards if that event occurs. But they're really good at math, right? So they don't want to cover certain things. And insurance is not a foolproof way to protect your stuff. It's just not. So when you hear people say stuff like, oh, he or she is insured, when you see like a business has been broken into and destroyed, and you go, oh, insurance will cover it, you're probably wrong. Insurance will not cover a lot of it unless you were paying like an absurd amount of insurance. And even in some of those cases, insurance will still refuse to cover certain scenarios. So insurance is not a foolproof plan for all scenarios. It's not. That's something to learn about with insurance. And, when people just say insurance, 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 it means they haven't actually inquired about insurance, especially not for huge amounts of stuff. Huge, like we're talking about $1 million of insurance, $1 million coverage. It's not super simple because the insurance company takes it very seriously. They go, oh, well, what about this? What about that? What if this happens? And they're like, we're not covering that if that happens. I have it on mine, but I have sports autographed items with my TCG collection. Mistress Live, wow, what a cute squirrel. Do you own any Call of Legend PSA 10s? Ooh, that's a great question. Do I own any Call of Legend PSA 10s? I don't. I own some Call of Legend booster packs, but I don't own any PSA 10s. It's a good looking set. It was always really expensive. I never bothered risking the money. Call of Legends is great because it's a lot of legendary Pokemon and they're shiny too. So it's a very cool set. So what I have is probably like 4 or 5 booster packs of Call of Legends. That's all I have. I don't have like a PSA 10 this or PSA 10 that. By the way, if you're brand new and you place an order, we're going to put you in here on the first time order giveaway. It's this classic collection Dodrio tag 10. I believe it was Ivan Rodriguez who handed this out. And so that's a tag 10 Dodrio. If you place your first time order, we're putting you in here. All right. It is a fine Wednesday daytime stream, and I'm trying to think about whatever is unique for this stream. I don't feel like there's anything especially crazy going on. Last night we had a lot of sales and solo leveling. We had a box go off, a future flash, and what progress did we have? Okay, so the progress we had on the breaks is that this guy right here is almost done. All right, so let's talk about that for a second. So, Call a Legend pack break. Yeah, we could do a Call a Legend pack break as long as I can restock it. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we're at 10. We actually just need one more person, and the jungle break is over. One more person. If you're going to do it, call it out, okay? Call it out so everyone else doesn't buy it. Here's the Minecraft box break. Mr. Javier got a spot in there. We have a whole booster box of Minecraft cards. I'd love to open it. Yes. You can also opt to sell it back to me, but it's going to be kind of a rough buyback. It is, so just be aware of that. So you can contact me in private to potentially sell it back if you don't want it. These are very cool. There's a lot of good cards in here that you would actually consider grading. You could also just have me send it home. You can give it to a friend, to a niece, to a nephew, to a child, or whoever it is that really likes Minecraft. I'm a big Minecraft fan. So this is 41 and 4, 3 spots remain. You could jump in there for 40 bucks, and imagine how silly it would be if you actually pulled it. You could open the whole thing. If I get a mail-in box from Tag, does the price of the box include the 4 grades, or is it just the box? I don't know, Mr. Dennis. I've never used one of those. I think they're a waste of money. Hey, what's up, Mr. Alex Silva? Hello, everyone. I'm actually awake during this daytime stream. Nice. There's a Groudon PSA 10 at auction right now. Here, let's take a look. I know that Call of Legend is always extremely expensive, and prices have only gone up. So, Call of Legends. Okay, and so let's sort it by highest price. Call of Legends. Here's a Deoxys for 75,000. Here's a Snorlax for 50,000. Here's a Call of Legends Suicune for 35. Yeah, these are all absurdly expensive now. Yeah, I'm not buying any of these. This is kind of interesting. I could buy this if I wanted. Call of Legends Magikarp 10. Let's see. It's okay. Call of Legends is too expensive. There we go. The Game Economist loves Minecraft. Yeah, I played a lot of Minecraft. I don't think I can play it anymore. I played it too much, but I really enjoyed that game. I know the PSA one comes with the credit to grade, so I assume it's similar. I didn't even know PSA offered that. That's so silly. Yeah, I don't mess with those. Those are a waste of money. They try to sell you kits for grading. Here's Calamari. Here's Pikachu. Here's the Zelda Pack Gibbs giveaway, which we're not running yet. Ooh. Welcome, guys. Happy Wednesday. Here's Wildberry Princess. Ooh. I know you guys are after that. Wildberry Princess. Dratini. Fairy Energy. Lord of the Rings. So I think what we could do today on Wednesday is we could finish rotating the expensive slabs. Like this. Persian. That's Topps Persian. Mr. thinks we're all brokies that can't afford Call of Legends. Yeah, I pretty much do. Prove me wrong. Topps Persian. 53. Let's see. I'm a brokey. You know why I think you're a brokey? Because I can't afford it. So if I can't afford it, I'm not expecting you to afford it. I'm on the upper range of people who spend money on Pokemons. Let's see. It's not that I think you guys make no money. I know you guys make money. It's just that I know if it looks expensive to me, it's definitely expensive to you. Because I'm somebody who will risk a lot of money on Pokemon. That's my job. Let's see. Quest Gengar. Okay. There is a Quest Gengar. There's 3 of them. Look at this. Cool. Cheapest one's 4,000. We have ours at 4,400 on the table. Should I even sell this? I question if I should even sell this. I mean, it might be better off to just hold this. Let's see. I made some moves based on TCC's opinion as a test, and I won. Well, I think that it's again the Call of Legends set's a good set. I don't have anything negative to say about it. It's just in a really high price range. So it's like you can put all your eggs in one basket in that set, or you can just go play with something else. Yeah. There's not as much room to grow with that set, you know? All right, so Wiggly Tough is correctly priced at 3,600. We should have the population count on this card on the front of the card. I think we recently priced this Wiggly Tough. Okay, so we have nobody in the queue right now. If you guys are looking to open up some cards or have some action, send in an order. We can also do trades. The trade break has one spot left. I can help you with trades if you want to do a trade. Let me grab that trade break. Where'd you go? It is back here. We have one spot left in the jungle pack break. So if you want to see the jungle pack break go off, the jungle pack break is one spot away, everybody. I suspect that's about to finish, don't you? All right, there we go. There's the Wiggly Tough. Here's Nato King. All right, Nato King. So he's playing card, poker card. We're going to say playing poker. Nato King. So there was one of these available, and now I can't find one. Let's see if it's sold. Oh, yeah. So look at this one. This one sold for $400 on March 16th. That's so interesting because I used to have this guy priced at like $100 back in the day. He used to be a $100 card. So I've got one for sale. There isn't any others for sale on eBay. So we're doing $550 on it. Guess what? I just got a complete set of Topps Pokemon tin toppers for $150 in great condition. Cool, man. It's pretty neat. Those are a really interesting thing, aren't they? They're very bizarre. All right, here we have all these. Here's our Snorlax. He shall go down over here. All right. Here's our Giratina for $865. I think that's going to go up, isn't it? I saw we had a different Giratina, and he was more expensive than that. Giratina 007. So this is half deck Giratina. All right. Ooh, what the hell? Why does that happen when you actually sort these cards? Like the ones that actually exist disappear. So it looks like his price will actually move to about 1,200. Wow. So he will get quite a bit more expensive. So crazy. This card used to sell for just a couple $100. Now he's selling for 1,200. And honestly, back then I always wonder. I was like, why is this so cheap? Because I know that the half deck it was coming out of was like it was really hard to grade a 10 out of the half deck. A lot of them have damage on them, so you get lower grade than a 10, right? Because they put like a band around the card that like this in the middle, and so very often right here and right here the card has an indentation, so it's very hard to grade these 10. Now, if you've never graded those, you don't know that, but I've graded a lot of these, so I'm very aware. And so it would get like a PSA 10, and it would cost like it would be like a $200, $150 card, and I'd look at it and go, "Why is this so damn cheap?" So it looks like people finally caught on to those and pushed the price up on those. Mister, can I get a picture for the slabs I got last night, please? Yes, sir. Let's see what that looks like. So you got some slabs last night, and I need to remember, Javier Arroyo always needs a picture. All right, so here we are. I brought them on back. There we go. Those are some pretty good pulls. He got these out of the Poke Shuffles, guys. You ever thought about buying a Poke Shuffle? Let me jump over here to the Javier Arroyo channel. Aha. All right, let me zoom in. There it goes. And there we have it. Man, you pulled some big cards out of here. Got very lucky. Okay, I'm going to jump into the queue now. Let's see what the queue is saying. My neighbor's kids had them for sale. My neighbor's kids had them for sale, huh? That's very interesting. All right, so Alex Silva says, can I get 2 Rarity V Yu-Gi-Oh? Oh, I forgot we had those. Rarity V Yu-Gi-Oh. Yeah, we bought a whole bunch of that, by the way. So we got plenty of it. All right, 2 packs of this. Let's get it. Tossing that away. Max C. We got Max C. Ooh. And I know all these other hollows can't be that valuable because the whole pack is hollows. So I know these hollows are technically bulk. So if you ever want to get rid of them, just let me know. That's Alex Silva. Mr. Alex. Thanks for the order, Mr. Alex. Here we are. Oh, all right. All right. Who's next? We got an order. Miss 6. 6 solo leveling and 6 soloing level 2 packs. Give me a second here. Give me a second. Let me send you a message real fast. Jumping over here. Oh, here it is. There we go. And let me check this for a second. Mister, I saw your video earlier and surprised how organized you've been as of late. Organized? Organized. Mister, have the Bart signature and Blue Eyes Ghost Rare been sent to PSA yet? The Bart signature and Blue Eyes Ghost Rare. The next PSA submission is this weekend, so we're very close to that. All right. So that's looking fine. What the hell are these? I got 2 payments and it says it's from no one. That's crazy. All right, so Miss 6, let's jump back over to that order. So the Solo Leveling Volume 2 packs. Here's one. And I'm going to grab this. Snipping all these. Tossing this. Ready? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh. 6 ordering 6 packs. Mr. used to be a Dark Souls 3 YouTuber. How he has grown. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another Monster Hunter World video. All right. And here's this. Yeah, Mikey, you know, I should have never given up on that gaming channel. I should have just converted that channel into the Pokemon card channel because a lot of people don't know I would probably have about 200,000 subscribers right now. I might have more like 250,000 if I had never started a second channel. Our actual sub count would probably be like 250. Oh yeah. Bikes Yun Ho. Here's Cha Hei In. Ooh. All right, set that there. Here's Sun Chi Hoon. And ooh, that looks good. Choi Jong In. Like red wine. Red wine. You're good, bro. Do what you enjoy. No, I'm just saying I should have never split the channels up. It's too bad I did that. What a goofball. Choi Jong In. And oh my gosh, you have the Choi Ultra Rare. You have the Choi Ultra Rare 6. Do you realize how valuable that is? That's the Bok Choi Ultra Rare. Boop. All right, he's like 200. All right, so there's that. I'm betting that that's a good pull. We have a lot more of this product at a very, very good price. So feel free to buy it out. Okay. Ugh. So that's the end of that order. Thank you. And now we've got Mr. Pat Gibbs. He says he would like use store credit for 2 Poke Shuffles and cash out the rest through Cash App. All right, Mr. Pat. So this will come down to $60 remaining. And then from there, it'll go to 0. So 60 to 0. Now you get 2 Poke Shuffles to see if we have any luck in there. Mhm. 1, 2, 3. What you should have done, Pat, is you should have done all $70 worth in Poke Shuffles. 1, 2. Boop. Ah, man, two cold ones. Two cold ones. All right, grab these. I'm going to try and send you that money, Pat. So you say use Cash App. Let's see. Here's Pat Gibbs. Uh-huh. I'm gonna hit send. $60. Stuff. Pay. All right, I think I've sent it. You sent $60 to Pat Gibbs. All right. So there you go, Mr. Pat. That's Pat Gibbs cashing out after selling his slab on consignment. Pretty fast, huh? Now, we'll go ahead and throw this away. We don't need this. And we'll jump back over here. We have Mr. Team Rocket Grunt, and he wants 7 Poke Shuffles. 7 of them. All right, you got it. 7 Poke Shuffles. What do we have here? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you're gonna end up picking up 2 live customs. All right, we'll load it in the back. 2 live customs. You see that, Mr. Team Rocket Grunt? So it's kind of like you got that quite a bit cheaper. Oh, the 2 live customs is $50, isn't it? Hold on, wait a second. There we go. I gotta remember that. I wonder if I've been loading it for 40. I gotta be careful with that. Got it over there. It's an old habit. Now, 2 live customs. You ready? Hey, what's up, Mr. Marius? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. That's for you, Mr. Team Rocket Grunt. Cross your fingers. Could be a big pull in here. Haunter. Ugh. Ah, no luck. No luck. Sorry, man. Dang. You never know, right? Because it's bigger pulls in the live customs. Dang you. All right, toss these in here. Hot pulls only. Yeah, that'd be nice. Here's Electrode, Geodude, and Charmander. Char char. So we got these big expensive slabs on the table right now, guys. Miss Six says, 6 more solo leveling. You got it, Miss Six. All right, so let me grab another box real fast. So how bad are we doing on this product? What's the damage look like? Because I know our price is cheap, but we've been selling through the solo leveling pretty fast. Let's see. What's the name? Maptiverse or something? Yeah, we'll probably just stick to this price. It's a good price. Where our price beats eBay. So you don't see that very often. But what's going on here? I'm just trying to let these go. I'm not trying to hold on to them. That's what's going on. So Miss Six, you're getting a very good price on this right now. By the way, if you guys want to join a very interesting box break, this is a 4-way gym break. We've never hosted that before. A 4-way gym break. I think it would be very funny to watch. $30 to buy in. You saw one go off really fast last night. This box costs a little more than that box, so it's a four-person break at $30. If you want it. All right. Use Scarlet, 2 Poke Shuffles, Rodrigo Cruz. So I bought all these things. Sounds good. 4 guys, 1 box. Someone say hot guys only. All right, here's this. Good. All right, Miss Six. Putting this here. Now you need 6 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we are. All right. Ooh, I got to sneeze. What the hell? I sneezed so much in here. There must be so much dust in the air. Terrible. All right. Oh, man, I got to sneeze again. I missed the days of getting a first edition Rocket Box for 10 to 20K when TCC was a little startup Pokemon channel. We were a little startup Pokemon channel making $1 million in sales, so it probably looked pretty scrappy. It wasn't really scrappy. I don't think I even wanted to say that back then because it was too crazy. I was like, I don't know what to think of this. Here you are. All right. Now we'll put that there. Those were some pretty wild days, especially the year 2021. That year was nuts, man. Oh, well worth the purchase there, Miss Six. This one has a golden embroidering. No, that's not the word. Embroidering. Golden embossing. All right, that's the bear. You have to talk nice to the packs. You've heard of the apple theory. I've heard of the banana theory. There, look at that. Eugen Ho. Here's. All right, here's this hollow, and she's like, she smells stuff. She's got a very stinky nose. Here's this guy looking like he's probably gonna die. Here's some of these. You got the bear, and what's this? Dang, those cards have some crazy texturing. Han Song Yi. All right, good. That's for you, Six. Good to see you all. Hope everything's going all right. Put all these here. They call me the drill master. Do they? I suspect they don't. Oh, man, I should just have Six's bag in like the speediest part of the table all the time because I'm always reaching for it. I just put it over here. Aha. There it goes. Now my nose is all stuffy. I hate it. Ah, there. There we go. Pristine. Pristine, pristine. Let's take a picture. So I'm going to take a picture of these pristines. That card looks dope as hell, Six. Von Doom told me he used to keep his Air Dragonite in his backpack at a tattoo shop. Damn, dude. Here we are. I'm glad he sold it. So we're going to head over here to the All Slabs channel, I think, and take a picture of these pristines. All right. So this is Psyduck with a P. It goes over here. Gardevoir and Electrode in the A box. Good. How about some more of those? Nope. All right. Oh, ah. All right. We got one more pristine. Getting the pristines down at the same time, I think. All right, no more pristines in that pile. Huh, surprised. It felt like I had like 1,000,000 of these pristines. Maybe I didn't have that many. They just keep rotating, it's all. All right, so let's pull this guy off to the side then. Good. Okay. Oh, yeah, look at that. That looks hot. So we've always got cards in the background there that you can buy. Let's see what's next. We have an order here in the Pokey website, and it's from, we have a Rodrigo Cruz order, Mr. Rodrigo. And he says he wants a 151 surprise, a Journey. Okay, where's my Journeys? They are. Hey, what's up, Mr. Rodriguez? Rodrigo. What's up, Mr. Rodrigo? He says solo leveling 1 and 2. All of a sudden, the solo leveling packs are flying off the shelf. People have decided they like these. I like those. Here we have it. All right. My first order. Oh, if that's the case, we got some bonuses for you. You ready? So check this out, Mr. Rodrigo. You're going in here. Okay. Okay. Very good. And then you're going to get this as well. We got a couple good cards for you. Look at all that. Damn. That got all filled up after a couple days. Those are some pretty good first-time orders. First-time order bonuses. Can I get a free spot? Yeah. Hey, we're gonna hit May there, Mr. Joey Albrecht. You're running out of time on that slab away. Here's Journey Together. Ooh, Cloister and Vaplume and Solo Leveling. All right, all right, all right. Ooh, Sung Jin Woo. Very good. And here's Sung Jin Woo. All right. Oh, what's slab away? Oh wait, no. I got it right. What's slab away? You made me think of another name, Joey Joseph. Slab away. Let's go look this up. Yeah, Joey Albrecht. Yeah, watch it because you actually still have a quarter left on that slab away. So what happens is if you still have the $2,000 when the 6-month mark hits, we have to renegotiate the value of 1/4 of the price of the slab. So you don't want to do that, okay? So go sell your left nut or something on OnlyFans and get that 2,000 in. All right. So that's all done for our friend Mr. Rodrigo. I paid it off 20 minutes ago. Ah, good. Okay, good. Are you serious? You paid it off 20 minutes ago? Hold on, let me see. Let's see. I'm just saying that because I think there's only like 1 day left, right? Let me open up yeah, close that. PSA is such a scam, says Colby. On the website, you sent a payment on the website. Okay, give me a second here. Oh, okay, 8 minutes ago. Perfect. All right, good to know. So let's go grab this and put it into a fresh bag. All good. Here's this. You're gonna be very happy with this slab, I imagine. Rodrigo Cruz. And this will say 5.26. There it goes. What did Powell say on his way out? On his way out? I'm not sure. You know, I haven't really paid attention to that guy as much lately. I don't have as many dollars in the stock market. Let's see if the stock market's up or down. Did he mention if he was raising or lowering interest? The stock market's down, so I'm assuming he said we're not lowering interest. Let's see what Powell said. Powell. Why did I search Powell's? Here it is. Jeremy Powell says he's staying on as Fed governor. Powell to remain as Fed governor, denying Trump key vacancy. Powell to stay on Fed board. Tech giants report earnings. Let's see. Oh, he'll step aside at the end of his term, but remain on the Federal Reserve Board. He says Trump's legal attacks have left me no choice. Jeez, dude, so annoying. All right, let me go ahead and put that away. I actually, started looking into Trump's, frustration with the guy, and I kind of get it. He kept the interest rates higher than they were before COVID, but our inflation at the time was worse before COVID than it is now. So it didn't make any sense. It was like, why is the interest rate so high if the inflation is not even as bad as back then? Like, no, I think actually it was just slightly higher than back then, but the interest rate now was much higher. So it didn't really make any sense. It was like artificially high interest rates. It is. But I think the argument goes something like this. The argument is that, oh, well, we have to keep the rates high or the inflation will return. I think that's what they're arguing. All right. So Joey Albrecht says, pay off the Zard. Would people be mad if I drilled it? You can drill it if you want. I don't recommend it, obviously. Let's go grab it. What do we have here? This seems like it maybe has been here for a while. Here's this. You know, it's weird. Some of these slabs seem like they've been here for a long time. Grab all these. All right, check it out, guys. So this card's like $30,000, and he got it for 8.4 thousand because of slab away. What do you guys think of that? Pull that out of there. You know what I did? So I offered one of these for sale on the table, and then I immediately bought another one. That's what I did at the time. So I bought a spare one and put one up for sale. Pretty incredible. I'd do that again if I trusted the market to go up, 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 up. But I'm scared it's not going to go up, 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 up. So I'd keep doing that for you guys. But number one, I'm scared it's going to go down. And number two, I don't know if you guys have the means to pay off like a $30,000 charge card. All right, that's a big shipment too. So what's up with these two cards? These are in the J's. Jan Marini. There is no Jan Marini. He doesn't exist. I'm in the J's right now in slab away. It goes Jacob Doggenbaugh, Jesus Aguilera, Jonathan Lewandowski. How long has this been in there? Jan Marini Pleb. These are likely slab aways that got canceled, and I never retrieved the slab. So the person asked to cancel it, and I never went and retrieved it. And then this one says it's from Jamie Ayamilo. I feel like I faintly remember that name. That's also not in our slab away channel. So both of these are gone. Crazy. Looks like he got it for $59. Wow. So these have just been sitting in that box forever. I wonder if I have any other slabs like that sitting in the box that got canceled but never retrieved. So this Odin could be upgraded at CGC, or I could just sell it as is. I plan on doing some CGC upgrades, but it's a cool card. You know, it's from Opus 1 if you're looking. Mister, he had Pokey Shuffles in his order. Oh. Let me jump back here. Sorry, I got distracted because Joy Albrecht had that really big order. All right. You're right. Right at the bottom, you had two Pokey Shuffles. All right. Sorry about that. I actually had to scroll to see that. Here we go. Okay, Rodrigo, you ready? In the order, you have to scroll to see that there's the Pokemon Shuffles because he had a couple things in his order. All right. Let's see if we get you a big snipe on your first time. Ready? All right, Mr. Rodrigo. 1, 2. Boop. Two cold ones. All right. No luck this time, though. Tossing this over here, but that's all right. You got some really nice free stuff this time for your first time order. So technically, you actually get to keep these two cards. That's how the Poke Shuffle is supposed to work. I just assume with a lot of people that they donate it back. Yowza, these are pretty hot, huh? Charmander. And then I think you got some nice cards over here, too. I like this Sung Jin Woo. I think we looked it up. That guy's like $20, isn't he? All right, there it is, Rodrigo. Sorry about that. We got it sorted out. All sorted out. There we go. I didn't forget anything else in the order, did I? You had 151 Surprise, Journey, Solo Leveling 1, Solo Leveling 2, and then 2 Poke Shuffle. So we got the whole order done. Thank you so much, man. Really appreciate it. Trade break still open. Yes, we're waiting on one more person. You can trade to get in there, or you can buy in for $20. Either will work. Look at that Bulbasaur, huh? So that was sitting in the Cyberway box. What the hell? Set that for $45. I think that's probably underpriced. And then Odin, huh? We'll set this for $60. Now we'll set this for $50. All right. Got some spare slabs up there today. Take some of my duplicate art rares from Glory of Team Rocket for the last spot, says Hayes Carp. What's the name on your bag, Mr. Hayes Carp? Pokemon prices only go up. Bye. Hey, mister, I think that slab your wad off name wasn't Jan, but probably due date. I think I had another name. What? Oh, let me see. Ugh. No, this is his name, Jan Marini Pucleb, because I actually remember Jan Marini Pucleb. No, it didn't start in January. Whoa, look how old that sticker is. It's like turned yellow on the back. Crazy. No, these are old name. Jamie Aamilo, I think, was a former mod, and he went bye-bye. And then Jan Marini is just an old customer. So both of these are really old. Anybody that's new watching, feel free to spam chat if you miss this part of your order. Yep, you're always allowed to spam for your order. Let's see. Take some of my duplicate art rares. Mark. Mr. Mark. Okay, I'm still learning your name. Sue, let's jump over here. Mark says maybe I'd like to trade into the Deoxys. Oh, are these going to be Korean though? So the only thing is, the Korean packs are very cheap, right? So I like this Charmander. He's kind of cute. So to get into the Deoxys with Korean cards would be pretty expensive. You'd have to give up a lot of Korean cards, more than you probably want to give up. So I don't think it's worth it. I would be asking for a lot of them. I wouldn't ask for this one though, but let's see. Do you have anything that isn't Korean? For me personally, I would need to see a lot of cards come out of here for it to be worth $20. To put it into perspective, I'm getting these Korean boxes at a price where I could just open up my own Korean box. That's the problem here. So I don't need these. I can open my own. Here it is. The Korean boxes are cheaper. Maybe like half the bag for $20. You don't want to do that. All right, put that back. Joey Albrecht just made a payment of $2,000 today, guys. Well, I'm done with the stream. I made my sales for the day. I'm out of. No, I'm just kidding. Let's throw all this away. And what is this? Agreement to withdraw listing. Send you a document to sign. Let me sign this real fast. I'm signing some real estate stuff. Okay, owner. All right, and finish. All right. So we just finished signing a document to withdraw our real estate listing from the internet. And the real estate agent is going to have some work done on it, and then we're going to relist it. All right. So look at this Dratini. Dratini. I feel like the Dratini could just go into a regular box. I mean, 240 is a lot, I guess. Yeah, 240 is a lot. What should be the cutoff for like an expensive slab? There needs to be a cutoff price for what counts. I don't think that's expensive enough. I'll put that in there. So there's the Halo cover art. This guy, this girl, and Clefable. Let's get a picture. So you can't see the whole table, but there's two more cards to the left. I'm going to take a picture for Discord for pricey slabs. Here it is. All right. Clicking that. Good. That's some really sexy hoochie mommies in there. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These were the two you couldn't see. They were off screen. Okay. Get some of those down. There's the Mew. There's the Black Label Hello Kitty. The Flareon pack has one spot left. $40, one spot, and then we start opening that. So one spot left, and we can start opening the Jungle pack. Excuse me. All right, we're hitting refresh. Hey, you're Fireboy Russ Clover. Hell yeah, mister. Renovate that property. Man, I don't really want to. I want to sell it as is. But the real estate agent is recommending we make some improvements to it, and that it will do better if we make those improvements. So I'm like, all right, let's do it that way. I'm just taking her advice, whatever she says to do. Right. She says it's going to cost up to $5,000 to $6,000. Damn. It's mostly safety stuff. Like she said, there's like electrical stuff that needs to be done. She said there's water stuff that needs to be done. It's unfortunate, but it's just how it is. Oh, Fairy Energy. That one needs to be checked, I think. Wildberry Princess. Lord of the Rings, that one has been checked. That's an up-to-date price. So I like this round. It's mostly not Pokemon. Got any other non-Pokemon cards up here? No. Let's take a picture of these three. I mailed off a package for you. Some more sardines from Japan. My block posted card and some packs for you to open on stream. Oh, nice, man. Very good. All right. We'll go ahead and zoom in here. All right. Very good. Okay. You did pretty good with that Charizard, man. I'm going to go ahead and put these in the Pricey Slabs box. Yeah, that was a pretty good card, huh? I had a guy who was finishing off paying off a Shining Steelix, but he went over the year wait or whatever it was. He was he was past the due date, and I told him, so he had like only half the card paid off, and I was like, I can't extend this any further for you. And I told him, what I can do is we can renegotiate the price so that the remaining half of the card is based on the new price. And he got all like pissed off. He's like, yeah, you can just have it. I was like, even that was not that great of a decision for him. I was like, you should have just accepted my offer. But Slabaway is really interesting, especially in this recent time period, because it's really helped a lot of people to have acquired like really high end cards at a great price. It was a good time to have a Slabaway. Here we are. Ivysaur. Okay. I honored all the Slabaways, even Slabaways where somebody might have made like, well, in your case, how much did you make? You got it for 8.4. It's like 30,000 now, right? So you made $22,000 in appreciation on Slabaway. But I respected the price and the agreement for all Slabaways that we set up. And so I watched some people walk away with some pretty good deals. This is going to be Ivysaur going in the iBox. Let's see. Would have never gotten 10 CGC medals art if not for your generosity and Slabaway. Here's Wildberry Princess going over here. Here's a Canary. Somebody actually sold me the pristine Charizard, I think for 2.4 thousand. And at the time, that was considered kind of like top of the market for that card. I mean, it wasn't a small amount. And I paid him out. And actually, I think I can't remember his name, but I think he ended up not liking me because of my political takes or something. But he sold it to me for 2.4 thousand, and he got a very good price on it at that time. But now that card I think is worth like 10K or something like that. It's some high number. I was like, dang, dude, you should have kept it. The Metal Charizard from Celebration Celebrations. That's a special card. I had some strong feelings about that card because I kept telling people, I kept saying, look, they didn't print many of these. They're not going to reprint them. And they're very hard to grade 10. And so whatever's still out there, it's not going to change the population very much. And so, yeah, he ended up selling me the CGC 10 pristine 10 metal Charizard for 2.4 thousand. I think it's got to be like an $8,000 card now. Is it 8,000? So, that ended up doing good for me, I think. And I sold those gem mint ones. Charizard Ultra Premium Celebrations. But I retained the let's see. Oh yeah, here's one for 20,000. What the fuck? That one's not mine, is it? Let me check. Sold. I don't think it is. Wow. It's so expensive in an English 10. So in the English 10, it looks like as recently as April 17th, it sold for 14,500. So I was super, super right about this card. It was like I said, it's like this unusually heavy, unusually cool card, super hard to grade 10, not a lot of the population, memorable from celebrations, and it's going to go down as like one of these really expensive, hard to acquire Charizards. And it looks like it's already done that. So it's like, Jesus Christ, dude. All right, the queue is empty, guys. The queue is empty. We need a new lightning break. What can I get for you guys that will make you all excited? That's my job, is to get you guys excited. Get you spending money you don't have. What do we got? Quillfish, Rayquaza, Roaring Moon, Charizard. Ooh, I like this guy a lot. So the trick is it's a lightning break, so it can't be really expensive. That's the problem. So there's a lot of good slabs out there, but many of them are not lightning breaks. That's really good. I like that a lot. Lord of the Rings, Articuno, Zapdos. Those are kind of cool. This is solid. I like that. There's an Umbreon. Umbreon, that would not be a lightning break. He's too big. This is a nice Umbreon too, actually. You guys like that Umbreon? Sylveon, I mean. You guys like this Sylveon? What do you guys think of that? Let me take a look at it, okay? If you haven't done it yet, smack that like button. Yeah, smack that ass. What costs $600 in your HVAC? We have 2 HVACs, and we had to do a maintenance on both of them. So we gotta sell $600 of Pokemon cards just to break even on the work we did today. So when you guys place an order today, you're helping me. Just part of the fun of owning a home, I guess. He showed me that he pulled out this filter, this HVAC filter, and I forgot you're supposed to actually change the filters. So he pulls out this filter and he's like, "Yeah, this is pretty bad." I was like, "Oh, maybe I should have been cleaning that this whole time." But he showed me a real bad one, and I was like, "Oh Jesus!" All right, now if you'll give me a moment, what is this from? VMAX Climax? You pay property tax? What's that like? Yes, the government basically charges you money every single year because you own a home. That's what it is. So if you own a home, the government assesses the value of your home and then it charges you taxes for owning it. So you have to make money just to pay those taxes. Hmm. I think this card's kind of undervalued. All right, let's pick up 2 of these. I like this card. I think it's undervalued. Always clean your screens. I'm a professional weed smoker. I know. All right, let's see. All right. Okay. Looks like we can do, well, I don't want to get too crazy about it. So what I'd like to do is $40 1 in 5, but we might do 1 in 6 to add a star spot. But I don't know if a star spot's necessarily needed right now. We have the oddish, right? I don't think the Mew actually needs any help. I don't know if a star spot's required at the moment. I don't know if one's needed. All right, let's grab this. That's 1 in 5. We just did a break on one of those, did we? Well, here's another one. It's a beautiful card. I looked at the price of the raw version of this card, and so what I can tell you is that it's kind of underpriced. It should be more expensive based off of the raw version of the card. The raw version of the card's really expensive. So how can the 10 be so close to that price? Only one way. It's the market hasn't caught up. All right, so that's a 1 in 5 Sylveon. Chance to grab one of these nice Sylveons. Of course, you can buy it outright if you like it enough, or you can participate in the break. Why don't we go ahead and finish off these pricey slabs? Okay. I'm opening a Pokemon museum in my neighborhood if you want to be my guest speaker. Oh, yeah, Pokemon museum. I'm telling you, somebody's going to put together the best Pokemon card collection in the world, and then they're gonna tour it into museums and stuff, and they're going to get paid a lot of money to do that, probably. It's Nidoking, Doduo. Let's take a quick look at these 3 real fast. So the Dratini being 600, that seems right, actually. That doesn't seem off. Tops Dratini. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. There is one on the internet for actually $2,000. I think that 2,000 is too high. We're going to stick to 600. PSA 10, poker, comma, playing, Nidoking. Okay, so Nidoking. Nothing to compare it here because there are none of these base set Nidokings for sale. There's Silver Deck Nidoking. Oh, here's a green version. Here's a green version. Look, sold for only $83. That makes no sense to me. That's a really rare card. Okay, so but maybe 700 is too high. So I'm going to lower my price. So I know for a fact that this is a rare card, and maybe the people who are shopping for this don't understand that. This guy, he does not guaranteed come out of the deck. See, in a poker card deck, some cards are guaranteed. Other cards are not guaranteed. This is one of those cards. You are not guaranteed to get an Idol King. I'll drop it all the way down to 400, but I can't see myself going any lower than that. That would be nuts. He's rare. Look, population 16. That's another sign. Like a lot of these poker cards have been graded now, so they're getting up to population levels of like 30, 40. He's only 16 because he doesn't show up all the time. That's why. Dodo is a vending card. The market has decided. Well, also that's a green deck, and it was an auction. You know, I don't think auction's a great way to sell niche Pokemon cards, so I would never sell my cards that way. Well, I'm telling you guys as advice, if you got a niche Pokemon card, don't do it. Don't sell it in a auction because it won't perform well. Oops. No one's searching for it. No one's looking out for it. No one's paying attention to it. We're doing 800 on this card. I think that's fair. All right. There's none for sale. I've got one for sale. There's none for sale. All right. Good. What do we got going on here? Here's an order from Joseph Smith. No wonder your AC and heat wasn't working correctly. It was suffocated. Yeah, you might be right. So here's Joseph Smith. One Trump pack, one Pokey Shuffle. You got it. Where are those Trump packs? Here they are. All right. No, that's Card Wars. You don't want Card Wars. Here it is. All right, one Trump pack. Ready? All right. If you're a new guy watching this stream, place your first time order. I'd love to have you. We are looking for new people to place first time orders. We got a special giveaway slab just for people who place a first time order. Speaking of Playboy, I just watched the movie Miss March. Did anyone else ever watch that movie? It's called Miss March. It's from 2009, and it features the Trevor Moore, I think is his name, the lead actor from Whitest Kids You Know. I think he and his friend made the movie. It was so bad. One of those really terrible movies. It is. But it's got nudity in it. All right, here we are. One Trump pack. Nothing coming out of there. It is. I wanted one of Mr. Crystal's Ards. They charged you 600 for a filter though? No. He ran a full maintenance on it. So he explained what that involved. It involved disassembling, like the air conditioning units and stuff like that. And then what he has to do is he has to go in and like vacuum everything. And then so he cleans the outdoor systems and then he goes inside and he does the same thing. He kind of pulls them apart and then he vacuums them up. So that's what he actually did. One Pokey Shuffle. No, I've never serviced these AC units since we moved in 3 years ago. So I figure might as well get it done because I don't know when the previous owner did it either. I'm thinking I might place a first time order. Give it a try, man. Here we are. One cold one, Darmani Tan. Those one spot snipes in the Pokey Shuffle are pretty rare, but they do happen. Sometimes you do get lucky. All right, cool. You still got a boat, mister? No, Kirsten and I sold all of our boats because we were anticipating moving. So we sold all of our boats. And to be honest, it's a great feeling to own nothing. We had a Sea-Doo. We had two boats and a Sea-Doo. So we had a Sea-Doo and a pontoon. Actually, it's called a tri-toon out here. And a Sea-Doo boat. It's called a Sea-Doo boat. So that's what we owned. And we sold not only the Sea-Doo boat, but the lift that it came with. We sold the Sea-Doo to the same guy, and we sold the tri-toon. It felt so good when they were all gone. I got to sneeze. Woof. Boy, I'm sneezing a lot. That's not good. I swear this room must have so much dust in it. Maybe it's because he's working on the ACs. Actually, I don't know. Are you still moving? Boats or money pits? Haha. So we were preparing to move somewhere like Tennessee, which is next door to us. Tennessee is a no tax state. But then we found out Tennessee has no casinos in it. And to be honest, I don't like that. I don't like that it's a state that kind of has, it has it out for casinos because we're kind of a Pokemon casino a little bit. Wouldn't you agree? We're a little bit like a Pokemon casino. And I just don't want to live in a state that doesn't support some form of gambling, at least, like even just a small amount of it. So, I kind of ruled out Tennessee, but Tennessee is a no tax state, and we would save a lot of money if we lived in Tennessee. Like if I took my $1 million of Pokemon cards across state lines and then sold them, I keep 5% of $1 million, which is a lot of money. It's like 50,000 or some amount like that. So, and that includes all of our income. That would be tax free. If our card collection goes over a value of $1 million, it all adds up. It's a lot of money, right? I'm not quitting, so, and I don't think my wife is either. So that's every single year, 5%. Missouri charges 5%. That's their top tax rate. But something changed in the middle of us hunting for a new home in another state. Missouri announced it was attempting to become a no tax state. And now that has gone past the Congress in Missouri and the Senate in Missouri and is heading to the polls. So in November, Missourians will vote to become a no tax state or not this November. So I don't know. Maybe I stay here because I have a very good house over here already. So it was very cheap and it's got a great view of the lake. And Lake of the Ozarks, by the way, is kind of exploding. If you guys didn't know that, Lake of the Ozarks is exploding. It's like growing like mad fast. They just announced a new Bass Pro Shop. They're building a Chick-fil-A. They're building a amusement park that was like $300 million, and you can watch it being built. They're making progress on it right now. It's really crazy looking. And there's a new grocery store opening up down the road for me. These two new coffee shops just opened down the road for me. We've got like two new fast foods that opened down the road for me too. There's just like stuff blowing up over here, and there's bumper to bumper traffic. What happened? There used to be no traffic in Lake of the Ozarks when I arrived here. I think I arrived here in COVID, so it was like 2019 or 2020 or something like that. And now we're in 2026. So we've been out here 6 years, and this place has absolutely exploded. And it's one of the fastest growing counties in Missouri. Um, do we stay here or do we move to Tennessee? Do we move to Florida? Do we move to Texas? Texas is out of the running. We're not doing Texas. Texas is no good. They have like an inventory tax. So, and my specific business deals in inventory a lot. Anyway, so if Missouri votes to become tax free in November, I think all I have to do is hold on to these houses and I do all right. I think that's all I have to do. Florida weather sucks. Yeah, so Florida is really hot and it's really humid, and I'm very aware of that. Here's Joey Smith, one more Trump pack for the road. All right, let's get it. Finally got my package. Love the Stadium Charmeleon. Nice. There we are. Homelander's the best. I'm almost caught up on the boys. Yeah, Homelander's hilarious, man. I like how he's pretty much a bad guy, and yet he's not truly a bad guy. Here we are. Like, what makes him a bad guy is the fact that he was abused and he's handling it poorly. That's what makes him a bad guy. He was abused and he's not dealing with it well. Here we are. But he's not truly evil. Here's play delusional, dysfunctional, disordered, but evil? Probably not. Here we are. I think the same thing can be said about Butcher. He's also kind of delusional and, you know, he's like self-destructive. He's vengeful. Butcher's vengeful. So they've got a good guy character and a bad guy character, but it's like when you examine them closer, you're actually not sure if either of them are good or bad. Go. Nah, he's bad. New episode of The Boys tonight. Oh, nice. All right. Well, we'll be watching that. I will DM you my other address I will be at for the next month. Okay, sounds good. Voldemort wasn't evil too. Let me think about Voldemort for a second. Voldemort had, I read the Harry Potter books a long time ago. He had bad parents. I remember that, right? Didn't he have like he wasn't an orphan, right? He had like a mom, and his parents were like kind of wicked. And he had a pursuit of power or something like that. It was Cloud, wave one. When I purchase something and I'm using CashApp, do I just type what I want in the notes section? That's exactly correct. That's exactly how it works. You just tell me what you wanted in the memo. Look at this beautiful card. All right, let's see. I think that they make Homelander sort of like his morality a bit ambiguous, right? So he's a narcissist, but he's a narcissist because he has a fragile ego. And he has a fragile ego because he wasn't loved by his parents, right? Like he was Vought is maybe evil. The company Vought is they were pursuing power, they were pursuing control, and he's sort of like a victim of their work, right? 'Cause they actually talk about that in an episode. They say they brought in psychologists to mess up Homelander. The one lady actually tells Homelander that. So now when you look at Homelander, you have to think of him as like this victim of psychological manipulation in his childhood. And now the way he handles that is not good. So his choices on how he handles that doesn't seem to be good. But it's not like looking at, Sauron from Lord of the Rings, where he's actually just like a lieutenant of pure evil. You know what I'm saying? So there are some bad guys that are just like pure evil, or like, the Emperor from Star Wars. He's just pure evil. But Homelander seems to be more like a damaged character, maybe even more like Darth Vader almost, right? Like Homelander is almost like a Darth Vader character, tragic maybe, but very narcissistic, and so he's very annoying. But the show helps you understand why he's that way. Look at this cloud. His mom gave him a love potion and had sex with the dad unwillingly. Ooh, that's right. He was a child born out of evilness. So this is PSA 10 Cloud Wave 1. Okay. Sort by highest price. The cheapest Cloud Wave 1 is now 1,700. Wow. Crazy. How come I haven't seen a graded Playboy card on the table before? I don't know how they would sell. I could grade them, but I don't know how they would sell. Didn't we have a graded Playboy Trump? And that actually did sell right away. Okay. So that 023 means I paid $230 for this. Wow. All right. Okay. Almost at 40 likes. Smash that like button. I'm a pure blood. That's right. Voldemort's the good guy. He was trying to save the wizard race from genetic dilution, which would cause them to essentially stop existing. He was protecting them from genocide. I heard that he voted for Donald Trump. Now, what do we got here? We got Joey Albrecht. He says, go ahead and mail my bag and slabs and the free ones. All right. So we're officially shipping Joey Albrecht. This one better be handled by me. Joey Smith. Joey Albrecht, do you want to add any shipping guarantee to that? I don't know if you've heard of that before, but since we're shipping such an expensive item, this is a good time to bring it up. So if you go to the bottom of the extended menu, we have this thing called shipping protection. It's $20 per $1,000. So you can add $20 to the shipping, and if something goes wrong, you're covered for $1,000. You could add quite a lot more of that. You don't have to, but that's just the thing that I mentioned because your card's so expensive. All right, so you got this one bag here. Do you have more? I feel like you would have more. Joey Albrecht. Vasquez. Yep, added on. All right, so you can send on as much shipping protection as you want. So, like, let's say you wanted to protect it for a full 30,000. That would be 20 times 30, or $600. But let's say you just wanted to protect 5,000. That would be 20 times 5. That would be 100. Or you can just add 20, and you get at least 1,000 if something goes wrong. So that's how to think of that. I don't remember if you have a bunch of bags over here or something. The only thing I'm really concerned about is shipping the Charizard itself. So that's my main focus on this shipment. Checking this box. So hard to reach these boxes, and then they're so heavy. Ugh. All right. Joshua Ramos, Vargas. What's this? Valente, Valente, Joshua Miller. Why can't I have your address, Joseph? He wanted only wizards to learn magic, but they opened the borders and allowed muggles to learn it. Yeah, that's right. Those liberal wizards are opening the wizard border, it is, and doing population replacement on wizards. We are. Also that they can win in the elections with amnesty or something. All right. Very nice. Well, my address is at Mister's house. I think I only had the one bag. All right. So you're ready to ship out. Did you say you were going to email me the shipment address? Obviously, there's a big shipment. Okay. let's open this back up. So I'm trying to show you this. Do any people slab away but don't open packs? Yeah, a little bit. Some people who do slab away just kind of focus on the slab away and nothing else. I DM you the address. Oh, that'll work. Okay. Meow 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 meow. So we're gonna go into contacts. We're gonna delete the other address. That's what's gonna happen. Delete. All right, other address is deleted now. Now we're gonna go into DMs. All right. So I've got your address. Oops. Let's make sure we get the whole address. All right, there we go. Tossing that in there. Please work. There it goes. All right, and now let's check for that email address. We want the email. Ah, here's the email. Perfect. Okay. Now, the weight of this won't be very heavy. So here's the trick to this shipment. We're not going to do any kind of special shipping for it. I will add signature confirmation, though. Let's see. There it is. And it'll be like an armored box, basically. That's how we do it. I've learned that from PSA, actually. You know, when PSA ships a very expensive slab, they do not do any kind of special shipping at all. So, Jelly Albrecht, this will require signature to receive. PSA smart. They do unmarked boxes, basically. All right. Unmarked, inobvious boxes. I sent the extra 20. All right. So then you've got $20 of coverage on this, which gives you $1,000 if something goes wrong. It's still pretty catastrophic loss if something goes wrong, but I'm on the hook to give you $20,000. I'm sorry, $1,000 if something goes wrong. Okay. All right. Pretty good use of money, I'd say, for like a especially scary slab. All right. I will be home. Perfect. The Carter wants to know if you have the Charizard X EX UPCs. Charizard X EX UPCs? Is that like the new Mega Charizard? I don't have any of the recent Mega Charizard UPCs, if that's what you're talking about. I have the Charizard UPC from like Sword and Shield. All right, so your shipping has been done. And honestly, it should be me that does the shipping. So I don't know if I'll let Alexis do this one. It's 4:37. There's currently no orders in the queue. We're experiencing a very slow Wednesday. This Wednesday's super slow. Here's Sylveon. Ooh, we need a new card over here. Yesterday was slow too, I noticed. You know, sometimes we have a really fast week. Sometimes we have a slower week. I think sometimes it just boils down to, waiting for new sets and stuff like that, or people need to pay their bills at the beginning of the new month, or people went especially deep the last week, and so this week they're cooling off. Excuse me. All right, so be sure to check your. I'm going to, says Mr. Chris Howarth. Dreamlike Oceans, when? Yeah, I ordered it and it's not here, so that's kind of annoying. Maybe I should just go ahead and order more of it as well. So I think I'll do a second round of Dreamlike Oceans. Let's see. Because I have a feeling when this next round arrives, it's probably just going to sell out. No, they don't have it. All right, I'm curious. Let's try this. I'm gonna grab something, just waiting till the wife comes up and grabs the baby, and I sneak out of the garage. What? All right, let's try this. So let's see. Price on it is good. How many of these can I grab? We'll grab 8 of these. So I'm gonna grab an additional 8 boxes of them. Maybe end of month people get paid and they blow their paycheck tomorrow. Yeah, true. I don't know why this always has me do this. All right. And place order. So I'm ordering an additional 8 boxes of the Dreamlike Oceans. So we should have a total amount coming of 14. So that's plenty, but probably too much. We have that problem a lot where Final Fantasy does not do well. I don't know if you've noticed that, but Final Fantasy, once people are no longer interested in it, it just sits there forever. Here's Mr. Cadian Rust, and he says 2 packs of the Merlin stickers. You got it? Mr. Cadian, let's go grab those. Here we are. Shoop. But we should have a lot of the Dreamlike Oceans on the way now. I already ordered 6 earlier, so I'm surprised it's not here yet. Sometimes these guys don't fulfill orders very fast, and it's like, bro. Ooh. Logan will make Final Fantasy popular again. You never know. Guess that's possible. Here's a Pokeball. No Charizard in this pack. This is pack number 1, Mr. Cadian. Ooh. And what do we got here? How much are the Merlin now? How much are the Merlin now? $10 a pack, I think. These are vintage Merlin cards. And there's some really good stuff to pull in here, especially the holographic Gengar card. But there's also a nice non-holographic logo Charizard to pull out of here as well. The Scyther and the Snorlax are nice. And there's a couple other nice cards. All right, there it is, Mr. Cadian. Nothing crazy, just mouth and the Pokeball. Now the question is, where are we storing the bag? Kara Nichols, Kevin V. Aha, Mr. Cadian. Here it is. Ooh. You had a little Pikachu in there? Nice. Ooh. Ah. Ooh. Here's some stuff. Look at you. I remember opening them for $5, then they jumped. There we are. Well, the price has been going up, that's for sure. Everything's been going up. 1 spot on the Jungle Pack. Just 1 spot. 1 spot on the Jungle Pack. $40 and it's over. Definitely a slow week. No, not a slow week, but yesterday was slow and today's been slow. Joey Albrecht at 56 minutes. We're 92 minutes deep. Let's finish Jungle. Damn, bills and food prices keeping me from pokies. Dang it. I'm going in. Thank you. Just waiting for Saba to come up. Oh yeah, the whole Sarah giveaway thing, huh? Here it is. All right, so it's Sarah's birthday, and she's giving out some boosty boxes. Let's go ahead and set this up, huh? Oops. Wait a second. That's not a real roll. That's from last night. Hold on. Ah, that was set to Mark anyways, so we need to set it to Sarah. Sarah. All right. Okay. But I won. Nah, that was from Mark last night. Sarah spots. So, of course, people are wanting into that giveaway. And I suppose what I can work on, there's 2 things I can work on. We can finish pricing the pricey slabs. I've also been thinking about making other jumbo packs other than just the Japanese jumbo packs. Track your order. Okay. Despite it seeming a little slow, we've done well. We picked up a $2,000 order from Joey Albrecht for today. So it's 1 order, but it's like such a deep order. And then yesterday also, that seemed kind of slow, but we actually ended up making like $1,800 in eBay sales. So it's kind of funny. You cast a lot of lines, a lot of different fishing hooks. And even if one line's not busy, the other one might be busy. Sarah's my wife's name. Oh, I see. Here's J Dog, making it in. And Brandon Boutillier. And Joey Albrecht makes it in. Thanks, Joseph, for the big order today. And Catnip. Mr. Catnip, you were keeping us real busy the other day. And AOG. All right, there's 5. This marker's almost dead. Sorry if you didn't make it in so far yet, guys. We'll see if we keep the stream running for the daytime or not. We have a Mr. Cadian Rust. He says, pre-grade the Mankey sticker. Yes, sir. All right, let's get a pre-grade on this. Another Sylveon break. Another Sylveon break. This is a different Sylveon. It's a nice looking card, right? Mankey. Notice there's a lot of people who are fans of Mankey. Now, so you're going to have 2 issues with the surface. I also question the centering. The centering on the front's not bad, though, but you're going to have an issue right here. I guess I'll zoom. Zoom. So that guy on his tail is going to be a real problem. That's an impression right there. And then you have this corner, which is a bit warped right there. I don't know if you can see it as well as I can. This has a warp right there. Now, that could probably be adjusted, but I don't think the thing on his tail could be. I think that's just going to be a permanent issue. So, the grade on the Mankey, more like stinky, probably going to be like an 8. Okay. All right. My birthday was Monday. April birthdays. If we say Sarah enough, she might get summoned in the chat. You guys are funny. All right, very good. Your order has gone through. Why, yes, it has. Throw that away. I didn't see the dead at first. My eyesight is like Helen Keller. Like Helen Keller transferring out to the garage. I'll be back in 5. Let's see. Okay, guys, while he's out, I'm wrapping the stream up. Yeah, definitely a slow stream because normally if you had an item like this jungle pack with 1 spot left, normally that would get filled up instantly. So we're just having a slow day for sure. Here's a pristine Galarian Moltres. Oh, fancy. Here's a Ekans Joker. Let's take a quick look into this. Normally that would fill up pretty fast. People would normally be tripping over themselves to grab that. Galarian Moltres. Okay. What's his numbers? Numbers 190. 190. And let's sort it by cheapest. We want the cheapest. Cheapest price on this card is 85. So I'm going to do 85 times 4. 340. So I will lower him to 340. I'll send for the last spot, says Brandon Boutillier. We are. All right, sounds good, Mr. Brandon. All right, so he shall be 340. Now, Ekans. We're going to set this to PSA 10, poker, common, playing, Ekans. Oops, I typed in Ian's. Dude, I hate touchscreens. I love buttons. Buttons are way better. Wow, you can't even find one of these for sale. I know there used to be one for sale. Here's one that sold back in the past for about 100. That was before the price change, though, right? So let's try a different title for this. Let's call this Stadium Ekans. Stadium Ekans. All right. Can't find them there either. That's so wild. Wow, here's a Diamond Pearl Reverse Hollow Ekans for $600. That's crazy. All right, so I think we're going to stick to the price tag of $435. There's just nothing to compare them to. Here's a Spiro for 400. I swear we just looked at that. And then we just looked at this one too. That's based off the cheapest buy now. That's 1,200. We just looked that one up too. So these are actually all up to date, which is what I was afraid of. Grab this as well. What's this last card? So one more Snorlax. We're going to get rid of him. He's not going to be in the pricey slab anymore. Well, there we go. We did it. We're all done with the pricey slabs channel. They've all been repriced. Now they just need pictures so they show up in the channel. Got any quest stickers? Yeah, I got some quest stickers. Not raw ones, graded ones though, but they're all stored except for this one Gengar. So I think I ended up storing all my quest stickers in the PSA Vault. But I own a couple of them. You want to see my quest stickers real fast? I'll show you. All right. So we got this Gengar over here for 4.4, which to me seems kind of low. So I was one of the guys that noticed the quest stickers kind of early. The reason I noticed them is because they're actually a Cardos product, which means they're Bandai Namco. And I was like, ooh, Bandai Namco modern video game Pokemon. I was like, that's going to do well. That's what I immediately felt about it. I was like, these got to do well. And I think back then you could buy the Cardos Gengar for just like $400 or something like that. And I was looking at them going, these are so unique. There's no way these don't do well because when you look at them, they leave an impression on you and then you just don't forget the impression. You're like, oh, these are so weird. You end up craving one, you know? You're like, I want one of those weird cards. All right, give me a minute. For the Pokemon collector that already has everything, having a card that's unique is highly desirable. Is Bubble Mew about done? No, he still has a lot of time. All right, check it out. Check it out. What we got? We got Gengar, Charizard, Pikachu. I got that Pikachu. Magikarp, Pikachu, Gengar, Doduo, Mewtwo, Vaporeon, Jigglypuff, Venusaur, Dratini 10, Bulbasaur 10, Meowth 10, Psyduck 10, Blastoise, Charmander, Flareon, Lapras. Now that's a Blastoise 8. Flareon 10, Blastoise 10, Psyduck 10, Vaporeon 10, Ditto 10, Venusaur 10, Magikarp 10, Bulbasaur 10, Charmander 10, Snorlax 10, Charizard 10. Wow, not bad. I own a couple of them. You're too good at putting it into words. There we are. So I own quite a few of the best ones because I bought them very early. And now you can't even find like ungraded ones. They want to sell you an ungraded quest sticker, which by the way has not a very good chance of grading 10. They want to sell you an ungraded one for like $400 these days. But look, this is mine. I didn't really put him in there to sell him. I put him in there so that people are forced to see him. So what happens is sometimes what people do is they sort cards by price. So they go highest first. And so when they go highest first on Cardos Charizard, this is going to show up so that people are more aware that the Cardos collection exists. They're going to be like, what the hell is this? Well, it's a Charizard you don't own. And I'm very happy to have two of them. And so I'm in a good position on the Cardos Charizards. And then the Gengars, I own a total of 4 of them. It actually makes me wonder why even sell that one. I should just put that one into the vault with the others. Let's see. Population 15. So if I own 4 out of 15, let's see if it's higher than 15 yet. If I own 4 out of 15, I'm sitting on a very rare card. And you know how Pokemon goes. That can be a big deal. Yeah, still 15. So it hasn't changed. So I have 4 of the 15. What? If I acquired one more of these, I would own 1/3 of all the Quest sticker Gengars. That's actually tempting. But I don't think it's necessary. And I know Louis looked at that one and he was thinking about buying it, but he didn't buy it. But let me show you something that you might find interesting as well, Mr. Dominic. So Dominic, you might find this interesting. Last sold. Well, there it is. So here are some sales I made. This one sold on April 27th, and it's the Meowth, and it sold for $1,000. And on February, I sold this Chansey for $2,700. Pretty interesting. Sarah's the man to me. Well, guys, I think we are out of time together. The time is 5 p.m.-ish. We have about 6 minutes left of that. There's a Gengar 10 for 4K listed on eBay. It's not necessary, but it would make your collection that much more impressive. Yeah, exactly. It is 4:54 p.m. and there's currently no orders in the queue, and there hasn't been pretty much for most of the stream. It's been a little bit of a slow stream. So I'm going to call it quits here and just enjoy the rest of my Wednesday. I'm probably just going to go relax, and I'll be seeing you guys tonight. All right. So I'll see you guys there. Have a nice day.